Okay, so apparently we need to review. Some of those scores weren't so good on the worksheet, so uh, let's go over it again. So a point is an exact location in space. So it's the dot that's on the line. That's your point. A line is a straight path of points that continues without end in both directions. So this is a straight line. Okay, if you look at this, this is also a straight angle in it. So a straight line. This could also be considered a straight angle. A line segment is part of a line between two endpoints. So DE. So if I'm looking at this, it's line BC. And it would be symbolized like that. That means line BC. Okay. This is a line segment, two endpoints. So it would be symbolized by writing just DE, the little line over it. So that means line DE. Okay, a ray is a part of a line that has one endpoint and continues without end in one direction. So it has an endpoint and then it goes off in the other direction in a line forever. Okay, so you would have, if we're writing this, it would be FG, a line with an arrow above it. Okay, so let's look at the angles. An angle is formed by two rays or two line segments, that should have been included, that have the same endpoint. The shared endpoint is the vertex. So if we're looking at this one, and I'm going to label this one A, B, C, and I'm going to label that angle, it's going to be labeled angle A, B, C. Because if you remember from Friday, that little symbol right here, the less than symbol, represents the word angle, angle ABC. Okay, ABC. You could also say angle CAB. It's the same letters. I just did it in backwards. As long, CBA. So ABC or CBA, as long as B is your middle, that's your vertex. Okay. So if I had this one, FGH, what's one way you can write that? Angle what? And then the second way, if you turn it around, you could angle it, name it what? There's two different ways to write it. Okay, so you could have written it angle FGH or HGF. Either way, right? Okay, as long as G is in the middle because it is your vertex. Okay, a right angle forms a square corner and it's 90 degrees. A straight angle forms a line that is 180 degrees. An acute angle is less than 90, so that means it's between 1 and 89 degrees. An obtuse angle is greater than 90, less than 180. All right, then we moved into lines. Intersecting lines are lines in a plane that cross at exactly one point and form four angles. So there's an angle, HKJ. Here's an angle, HKL. Here's an angle, LKM. And here's an angle, MKJ. So I have angle HKL, angle HKJ, angle LKM, and angle MKJ. There's my four angles. And then, of course, you have your straight angles, but those aren't listed as part of your four angles. HKM is a straight angle, and JKL is a straight angle. Okay? And then we said perpendicular lines. Those are lines that are intersecting to form four right angles. Okay, so before we do that, let's see. If we're talking about intersecting, it's always going to make some form of X. Okay. It doesn't always have to have a straight line or horizontal line. Okay, those are all intersecting lines. A perpendicular line, on the other hand, will have 4 right angles. So angle MPN is a right angle. Angle NPO is a right angle. Angle LPO, and then angle LPM. Those are 4 right angles. Okay, so intersecting crosses at any spot, perpendicular is always an X. And you'll usually see a symbol for perpendicular. It looks like this. Okay. Okay, the upside down T is the symbol for perpendicular because it means it's coming at a straight 90-degree angle. All right, and then parallel lines, we've talked about yesterday, lines in a plane that are always the same. Parallel lines never intersect or cross. So that would be like railroad tracks. That would be like lines on this paper. Anything that goes side by side and never crosses, like a square. It has parallel lines. If I'm looking at a square, that side's parallel, and this side is parallel. Parallel, parallel. And they cross at 90-degree angles to make it perpendicular corners. Okay? So a square has two parallel lines and perpendicular corners. Okay, yesterday we also did this little practice. This was an obtuse angle. ABC or CBA is obtuse. Okay, which angle is straight? XTY. We could have also said YTX. STW, WTS. If I was to ask you, looking at only that problem, which angle, or name an angle, should I say, that is acute? Okay, and if you're looking at it, WTY is one of them. And then STY. Okay, those are acute angles. All right, and then we had array, endpoint with a line. We had perpendicular because it made 4 right angles. And then we had this, and I said, this isn't intersecting, right? It's just the same thing as this one. It's intersecting. But look at this one. Look at number 5. Yesterday I had you name 2 obtuse angles, which were AEB or BEA and DEC or CED. So now I want you to name 2 acute angles. Okay. So one would be angle BEC or CEB. That's the first one. The second one is angle AED or DEA. Okay, so you just have to be able to look at the problems and find the angles. Okay, now let's look at the paper that I posted for y'all to work out. On this one, it says, which type of angle is angle XYZ? Well, XYZ is an acute angle. Number 12, which names an obtuse angle in the figure? So you had to look. There's TZY and there's XZS. So look at your answer choices. TZS. TZS is not an obtuse angle. It's a straight angle. SZY, SZY, that is acute. Okay, then we had XZT. That's also an acute angle. And then you had TZY, TZY. That is an obtuse angle. Okay, and I'm not going to take a grade on this one because they were not just the best. But I am going to tell you that the assignment that you have today, I will take a grade on. Number 13, which names an acute angle in the figure to the right? So we're looking at this. So I know right off, if the vertex is T, it's a right angle. So B is out. If the vertex is U, it's a right angle. So these two are out. So right off the bat, you should have narrowed it down to VWU. VWU. If all you had to do was look at your two right angles and note that this is the vertex. So that means if T's in the middle, it's out. If U's in the middle, it's out. So that left you with only one choice, and that was A. Number 14 says, which of the following terms best describes the figure below? Well, if you look back at your notes, if you copied your notes, you would know that that's a line segment. All right. 15, what is the total number of rays in the figure to the right? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All you had to do was count them. But is that all of them? It's kind of tricky. Okay, watch. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then this ABC is also a ray, 7. So that one was kind of tricky. There's actually 7. Number 16, how many right angles are in figure X? Okay, well, this one was also a little tricky. So ABE, that's easy. That's 1. EBC, that's easy. That's 2. And if you turn your paper, if you turn your computer a little bit, you notice that DBF is also a right angle. Okay. All right. So that one was 3. Again, that was a little tricky, and that's okay. The other paper that I had you do on the front of that assignment looked like this. Okay. Identify the two-dimensional shapes. This was just a review to see what you know, what you remember. This has 1, 2, 3 sides. The lines are the sides. The vertices are the corners. 3 vertices. And this is a triangle. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides and 4 vertices. And it is a rhombus. This one is a right angle, hence the square, obtuse angle, and acute angle. And then this was just a review of something you learned in 3rd grade, but y'all didn't get to a lot of time in 4th grade with it. This says 1:30. Minute hand is on the 6. And the hour hand is between the 1 and the 2. 7 says 6:30. The hour hand is between 6 and 7, but the minute hand is on the 6. So 6:30. And this one, the minute hand is on the 6, and the hour hand is between the 12 and the 1, so it is 12:30. Okay. Use your notes. If you did not write your notes yesterday, please go back and write them today, because it's going to be super important for today's assignment, as well as moving further into the next couple of lessons. Okay. Not to mention, you're going to need it for 6th grade too. So please make sure that you've written the notes. If you haven't, go do that now.